Welcome to this video of my review of the KQI 3 Pro e-scooter from the brand new. I'm just going to be going over the basics of this scooter and basically what my thoughts are, with a bit of personal bias from my scurrying little mind. So let's get into it. First of all, moving on to the brakes and the lights. Right, we're going to go to the back light here. It's got a proper LED at the back. I don't know if I can pull the brake in. It's a very bright backlight and it lets people know when you're slowing down. And also, if you let off the accelerator, this blinks to let people know you're slowing down, because this does have engine braking, which obviously isn't just the motor slowing down by itself. We have a light up here, a halo ring they call it, I think it is. And to get the main light on, you click this twice. And you can see the main light pops on. It's not really picking up that well on the camera, but it's a good light. And also, if you look on here, you can undo this little nut here, and you can angle this whatever way you want, and obviously you just tighten it back up. Which is also another thing I love about the scooter, is the only bolts that are actually being used are Allen's, right? All these are Allen keys. Allen. Yeah, they're all Allen keys, that's what I mean. They're not like random star screwdrivers you wouldn't find in a regular tool set. It's just regular tools you need to fix this. I think a few are the same as the Allen key that was included in the actual box of the scooter, but I'm not too sure. Hang on, my camera's been retarded. There you go, that's better. Yay, I just lost about a minute's worth of footage because I recorded it in portrait. Anyway, continuing on from where I left off, I can't even remember. I think I was talking about the reflectors. Yeah, right, I'm just going to continue as if I haven't done this bit already, right? This scooter has a lot of reflectors. That's what I was talking about, being visual to other people. There's reflectors either side of here. Reflectors either side of the front wheel. There's reflectors either side at the top of the handlebars. There's a reflector under the halo light here, and also... Okay, sorry about that little cut, guys. We are at the next filming location, which is Miscellaneous Woods. Gotta love a bit of that. Anyway, going back to the reflectors, right. Either side of the front rim, we have two. Either side of the back rim, where the motor is mounted, we have two. Going to the top of the handlebars, we have two here, and also we have one underneath the halo light, which I've turned off because I like conserving battery. Right, moving on to the brakes on this e-scooter. We have disc brakes, front and rear. I had a struggle saying that last time. And it also uses the motor to slow the scooter down, which you can adjust in the app, sort of, I think. No, you can adjust engine braking, which obviously is not an engine, but you can adjust when you let off the throttle. If you don't worry about the brakes. If you let off the throttle, it will gradually slow to a stop, but then you can adjust it so that when you let off the throttle, it will slow really fast. Well, not really fast, but it will slow faster, and it also has regenerative braking. When it does that, it means that when you let go of that and it's slowing down, it actually uses the power generated by slowing down and puts that back into the battery. Obviously, it's not a lot. You're not going to notice it, but it's helpful, I guess. That is actually why you can adjust this. So if it slows down faster, it's putting more battery back into the battery. And if you adjust this so it slows down slower, it's not putting a lot into the battery at all. Right, we're going to move to the deck for this one. You can see it's supposed to say a new way forward, but I've only had this for a few months and this is already worn to nothing, but yeah, guff. We have a lovely white strip here and the new logo, and this rubber textured grip. It holds you in place, I will say that. And it's very wide, like if I can't, it comfortably fits. It's got the lean back here, which actually, let me show you. It means if you want to stand like this, it's got rubber at the top of the back of the arch as well. So you can ride like this, and also you can ride like this. It's very versatile. Now, riding this scooter is actually quite a nice experience, although it is lacking suspension, which for this price is kind of not expected, I would say. I would expect something of this price to have at least some sort of dampening to soften your ride, but it is what it is. I do believe they're 9.5 inch tubeless tyres, which you do have to inflate, but yeah, they seem to hold up to glass and, you know, like puncturing pretty well, so it doesn't really matter. I don't like the tubeless ones anyway, because they're kind of too solid, but anyway, they dampen your ride quite well, because they're so big and wide compared to the KQI 2 Pro, which has thinner but bigger tyres, which don't really soften the ride as much. But because these have so much, obviously, grip to the road, they actually dampen your ride a lot more. And also, because this has got such a low down and also such a big battery, centre of gravity is positioned very low on the scooter, so when you're manoeuvring it, it's very agile, and you know, you can swing it around corners faster than you could on, let's say, a cheap, I don't know, £200 scooter. Moving on to the top speed of this e-scooter, it is limited to 15 in Europe and 12 in Germany, which I think is a bit weird because it's the country with the autobahn, but we're moving over that. In the good old Western shooting USA, it is limited to 20 miles an hour because they're really fat and obviously they can't not go fast because America, and also they have really big cities. Right, that is actually the third time I've run out of storage, and it's also raining, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. But as I was saying, New is a very well known, and also it develops like actual road scooters, so they kind of know what they're doing in this sort of category, whereas other brands are just sort of trying what they want and seeing if it fits with the market. But these actually know how to build a refutable and reliable scooter for the masses, so these scooters are a lot more trustable compared to some cheap, you know, toy. This is meant for commuting and people that work and stuff in big cities, and I've got to say, for what it is, it does the job very well. I'm just going to give this an overall verdict. This scooter, it's very light. I can carry this with one hand. It weighs 45 pounds. It is very versatile, very agile, and the battery life is very long. And also, if you're in good old gun smoke in America, it does 20, which is pretty acceptable for how much you're paying, but in the UK, but whatever, we're passing over that. Overall, it's a very nice scooter, and if you're thinking of pondering this over another brand, I would pick the New. I agree, it's missing suspension and it's not as fast as it could be, but for the price you're paying, it's reliable and the battery is rivaling some of the best there is at this price. I'd say buy the New, the KQI 3 Pro. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.